Hey guys, hi. Very good afternoon to you. Let's wait for some time, then we'll start. Thank you. Hey guys, hi. Very good afternoon to all the participants. I hope my voice is audible to you. My screen is visible. Correct? Yes, no, just give me confirmation, guys, for the. Is my screen visible and my voice audible to you? Yes or no? How the attendance is recorded? Is there any link for the attendance? Why Purna Prakash, you're not worried about the session? Why you're so much worried about the attendance? Okay, someone is asking last date of the training session. See, guys, I think you all have got this calendar, right? You all have this calendar. In this calendar, you can check when is your last date. So we are on this particular date, week 4, 10th of June. You are on this particular date. Okay. If you scroll down, this is your last date, 28th June. This is your last date. Okay. Talking about training session, guys. Training sessions will getting over on 13th June. Means this Friday. Okay. Training sessions will get over by this Friday, that is 13th of June. After that, you have this last knowledge session, which is on this Saturday, and then you have your project development sessions. All right. Medha, ye lekhe I just checking with my team. They will be dropping one message in the group related to information. Okay. Money Kanta, for that, please drop an email on teamsip@thesmartbridge.com. Okay. Zakir Hussain, you can check your emails. You already have got the calendar. Okay. Again, I'm repeating you, 13th of June is the last training session, whereas 27th of June is your last project development session. Okay, for your information. So, what all things you have seen in the last session? Can you just tell us? Yes, Sheikh Abid, everything will be informed. What all things we have discussed in the last session? Can you tell me? Let's keep the non-tech queries for the last 10 minutes. So, we have seen parameters, we have seen sets, we have seen filters. If you see this particular slide, so we have seen parameters, we have seen filters, we have seen sets, we have talked about hierarchies, hide and hide the field, joins, cross database join, data blending, folders, and groups, right? Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. So today we are going to look into one of the important aspect, that is quick table calculation. So what do you understand by quick table calculation, guys? Can somebody guess? What do you understand by quick table calculations? See, guys, we have seen one interface called calculation field, right? What was happening in calculation field? In calculation field, we ourselves have to write down the formulas, right? Correct? We ourselves have to write down the formulas to calculate any specific field, correct? But here, we have certain inbuilt calculations that can be used to create it. Okay? Basically, quick table calculation has got an inbuilt method to solve a particular calculations. Okay, so there are certain predefined set of calculations. By on a click, you can get those values. Okay, Chandrasekhar Reddy, this is the self-paced course that you have to complete. I have already informed this n number of times. You all need to complete some self-paced course. Please complete it. Okay. Let's move to the, let me open my Tableau public. Okay. We'll see the cubable calculations now. We will, let me just connected with the data set. Let me get connected with the data set. Okay. So I've selected the Superstore data set and I've on the order sheet. Okay. So I think some of you have already seen like how we have seen some cubable calculations, right? We have seen how to calculate percentage of total. Yes or no? You have seen this method, right? Yes or no? Have you seen it or not during the visualizations? When we are doing a visualization for a pie chart, when we wanted to convert a specific field into percentages, at that time we have used this clickable calculations. Yes or no? Do you remember? Do you remember? Correct? So in that way, we are going to use some more calculation fields. Uh, we'll see other also, like what all options are there in the calculation fields. Just give me a minute. Guys, please keep your non-technical queries for the best part of the session. All the non-tech queries, you need to drop an email on teamsip@thesmartbridge.com. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. So let me write down the first predictable calculation, that is running total. Let me write down here. The first is running total. Running total. Now, what do we mean by running total? See, guys, running total is going to compute the cumulative sum of a particular measure over a dimension. Okay, it will compute or it will calculate the cumulative sum of a measure over a dimension. By now, I think everybody know like what is a measure and what is a dimension. Measure is a numerical field, dimension is a descriptive field. Okay, so basically, running total shows you like how the value of a measure is going to accumulate over the time or across the different categories. Okay, so let me write down first what is running total, what it does. So it computes, it computes the cumulative sum of a measure over the dimension. Okay. Now, basically, I would like to show you an example also for running total also. Let's say I want to cumulate, I want to find out the cumulative sales over the time. Okay, over the time. So for that, what I will do, I'll go to my Tableau Desktop Public Edition. Here, first of all, I will drag and drop order date to the column shell. Okay, and I will also drag and drop, let me keep it in the rows. I will also drag and drop the sales field to the column shelf. Okay, sales field to the column shelf. Okay, let me, by default, it's showing you a line chart. Let me select a table chart. Let me swap it. Okay, now to see the running total for the sales, what you can do, you can click on this drop down. Okay, where you can find the quick table calculations. You need to click on this drop down. Here you have option called quick table calculations. So the first option here itself says running total. Click on that. This is the running total. Okay. If I now hold the sales key and drop it again next to it, you can see here. First, this is my sales figure, and the next is your running total. Okay. If you sum these two values, you get this value. If you sum these two values, you get this values like this. Okay. If you sum all the values, you get this value. Clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? This is your running total. Let me rename this running total. All right. Next is next is Percent of total. I think so. This one you have already seen, but let's have a quick recap. Okay. So what percentage of total do? Percent of total calculates the percent contribution of each data point to the total. Okay. Let me write down. It calculates the percentage contribution of each data point to the total. Okay. So basically, what it is doing, it is calculating the contribution of each data point to the total of a given measure. Okay. So it expresses the value of each data point in a form of percentage of total value of a measure. Let's see some example. Okay. We'll see one example also on it. Let's see. Let me open a new sheet. So I would like to understand category-wise percentage contribution. Okay. So I'll hold my category. I'll drop it on the rows. Okay. After that, I'll take my sales and I'll drop it on these labels. Okay. So you can see these are the sales values. Okay. Now I'll go to the quick table collection by clicking on this drop down. I'll select percent of total. Percent of total. Okay. So this is the percentage wise contribution for each the categories for the total sales. Let me keep the sales next to it. Okay. So you can see here, let me keep sales first. One second, let me drag it. It's not second. Yeah. This is percentage of total sales along the table. So in my total sales, if I go to analysis, so column my total. If you see, this is the total sales, right? 2 lakh 23,26,534. Okay. Out of this total sales, this 32% is from furniture, 31% is from office supplies, and 36% is from technology. Clear? Clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I clear? Can I get some quick thumbs up? Right. Very simple steps, guys. I'm trying to explain you. Okay. Let me rename this as percent of total. Okay. Percent of total. If required, once I complete this, I will also share this. I'll upload it in my Google Drive and I will share you this link. Okay. Let me go to the new one. The third one, that is difference. Third one, that is nothing but difference. Okay. So what is this difference doing? Basically, difference, you are calculating the difference between two consecutive data points. Okay. You calculate the difference between two consecutive data points. Okay. What do you mean by consecutive, guys? What do you mean by consecutive? Gautami, please try it later. Once look into the session, you can try it later. Okay. I'll share you the file. Is my voice not clear? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if it is not clear. Clear, right? Okay, right. So, as I said, basically in difference, it is going to calculate the difference between two consecutive data points. Means two points next to each other. Okay, one, two, three, four. So one and two are the consecutive data points. All right. So basically, it shows you like how your value is going to change from one data point to another. Okay. So this can be useful in the case of analyzing trends or identify any kind of changes over the time. Okay. So let's see one example for this one also. So I'll go here. I'll drag order date to the column shell. Okay. I'll drag, let's say I'll drag sales to the row shell. To the row shell. Let me table swap it. Okay. And now, let's say I'm keeping this simple, guys. I can go for deeper values also like this, but let me keep it simple so that you can understand. Okay. I'll go to the sales value. I'll go to the quick table calculation. There is something called difference here. Difference. Click on this to get the difference value. Now, if I hold it and keep it next to each other, so you get the difference values. Okay. Subtract this two, you get this. Subtract this two, you get this. Subtract this two, you get this. Okay. This is the difference. I hope this makes some sense and it's clear to you. Okay. Karimanikanta, please check the notes. I see account creation, everything is mentioned there. I think so. Date is also deadline is completed. 8th of June was the deadline. You guys will not stay active in the group, and later you're asking such kind of queries. But still, you can try it. Okay. Next is percent difference. Percent difference. Okay. So basically, this is similar to the difference. Only the small change here is it is calculating the difference between the percentages. Okay. So what it does, it calculates the percentage difference between two consecutive data points. It calculates the percentage difference between two consecutive data points. Okay. So it basically shows you like how the percentage is changing from one data point to another. All right. It provides you the insight, like percentage change from one data point to the next one. Let's see a small example. Uh, I'll go to a new sheet. Let me write down here as difference, as difference. Okay. Here, what I will do, I'll take order date into the rows and I'll select month from here. Okay. I'll keep remove all this. I need only months. Let's take the sales now here. Okay. We are getting the sales. Now we'll go to the quick table calculations and we'll select percentage difference. Let me keep the sales here next to it. Okay, this is the percentage difference. Okay, let me take one more calculation here. This is percentage of total. This is not correct. This is percentage wide difference. Okay, this is percentage wide difference. You can keep sales here for better understanding. This is percent difference. Means how much difference it is there in between these two in the form of percentages. All right. In previous slide, we have seen the difference, right? This is percentage difference. Let me rename this as percent difference. I have noticed that your mouse cursor is always there is an issue with your network with a glitch in mind. Uh, is it, guys? Are you able to find any kind of technical issue from my end, or is it from a particular end? Because I think my network is good right today. Luckily, it's working fine. Karthik, are you able to hear any kind of disturbance in my voice, like blur kind of voice, something like that? So it's clear. Okay, let's move to the next one. That is moving average. One that is moving average. Think so you have already heard about this term before also if you have learned statistics. So what moving average does? Moving average computes average of a specific measure for a moving window of a time. Okay. Let's say you have given five numbers in a sequence. There are five numbers in a sequence, and you want to calculate the moving average of these five numbers. So you have to set a window of two. Means what will happen? It will take the two consecutive numbers. It will take the average of it and it will return you. Okay. So basically here in moving average, we define a window size or window time. Okay. So what is the benefit of it? It helps you to smooth out any kind of fluctuation or it helps you to identify trend in the data. Okay, for example, you are creating a visualization. In that visualization, there are a lot of fluctuations. Okay, so at that time, you can make use of moving average to get graph, smooth graph. Okay, so moving average calculates average of a measure over a moving window of a time. All right, let me write down here also. Average, it computes average of measure over moving window of data points. Okay. Let's see one example. Then I think so. Then you can understand it much better. Okay. I'll go to Nishit. Here, first of all, again I will drag and drop order date. 1 second. Yes, order date to the rows. Okay. I'll take sales to the here. Okay. So here you can see we are getting a table chart, right? Now I can go to this drop down. Okay, if I expand this to let's say quarters, so we are getting quarter wise result, right? Now if I go to this drop down and go here people preparation with moving average, you can see this is the moving average. Let me take the sales once again. Okay, this is moving average. Sales, 1 second. To define the window period also. If you see by default, if I just go here and edit table calculation, the moving average is here is set is two window, previous two values. Means if I open my calculator, let me see 75,972 plus 82,628 is equal to 1,58,600 divided by 2. Comes out, oh, sorry, I have to calculate this in sales figure, right? 75,000 uh, 972 plus 89,285 divided by 2. It comes out to be 82628. That is this value. Okay. So basically, this value, whatever you're getting, this one is a is a average of these two values. Okay. Like this, it continues till this point. Okay. Like this, it is continued till this point. You can change the moving average to 3 also. So from here, you can go to edit table calculation and you can change this value from 2 to 3 like this. Okay. 2 to 3 and hit enter. So now you can see the moving average would get changed. Okay, this value. Now it will take this three values. Okay, you have to take three values and it will take it. Okay, by default, the initial two values will be same as whatever it was, but from the third value onwards, the average value will get changed. Clear? Yes. Pagla Praveen, please understand these are some kind of analytics that we are doing. We are performing some calculations. Okay. If in case you want to perform a deeper analysis, you have to write down these things in set of formulas, right? So avoiding the formulas, we are just calling the function and we are calculating and displaying the results. Okay. It depends upon use case to use case. Okay. These are all numerical parameters that we are calculating with the help of built-in calculations. Got it? Next is percentile. Next is percentile. Can somebody tell me what do you mean by percentile? Tell me. See, guys, understand in this way that, one second, let me see. Percentile is a kind of a statistical measure which is used to indicate the value which is lying below that a particular given percentage of observation. Okay. For example, guys, you have seen CAT exams results, right? So those are always declared in form of percentiles. Yes or no? There are certain exams which are declared in the form of percentiles. Let's say you would have heard about like some of your friend or some person have got 90 percentile, 99 percentile, like that, right? So what does that actually mean? For example, if somebody says like 90 percentile, it means 90% of people are below that particular value that he has got. It's like that. Okay. So you have also seen box plots, right? In box plots, we have different set of percentiles, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, like that, right? So what does this 25 percentile means? So 25 percentile is the value, okay, below which 25% of the data point is lying. Okay. Similarly, 50 percentile is the value below which 50% of the data points are lying. Okay. Similarly, 75 percentile is the value below which 75 percentage of the data point falls. Okay. So this is the concept of percentile. So in Tableau, percentile kind of quick table calculations allows you to calculate the value of a specified percentile for a given measure. Okay, let me write down here also what is a percentile. Percentile. It allows to calculate calculate the value of specified percentile for a given measure. We'll see example also for this. Okay, let's come back to the window. Okay, let's say I'll drag category. I'll drag category to the rows or columns. Okay, rows. Then I'll take my next parameter, that is sales, to the this furniture, this labels. Okay. So these are some kind of percentages, right? Now let's do one thing. If I hold it in the descending order or ascending order, okay, sorry. So lower values office supplies and furnitures and technology, right? Let me go to the quick table calculation and select percentile. Okay. And let me take sales next to it. So basically, understand in this way here, this is not the right example, but I would like to explain you in this way that just imagine that total number of sales, this is 50% of the sales are lying below this particular value. Okay. Similarly, 8 lakhs of sales are lying below the 100 percentile. Okay. This is a kind of a percentile. If you have a really good data set, then you can create a good, let's say you have some exam scores kind of data set. At that time, you can create this kind of percentile more better. Okay. Yes. Clear? Am I clear? Yes or no? Are you finding it difficult, guys? It's simple, right? We are dragging and dropping some field and we are selecting a quick table calculations. So this is very simple, right? This is, I'm not saying like you have to use this kind of calculation every time. It depends upon use case to use case. Like if you want to calculate any specific value, then at that time you can go with this quick table calculations. Okay, just for your understanding, we are taking this also. This rank. Next is rank. So I think everybody know like what is you mean by rank. Basically, rank is going to give rank to each data point within the partitions based on the measure that you have. Okay. So it helps you to identify a relative position of each data point as compared to the other data points. Okay. So what rank does? It rank, uh, it gives rank, what's this? Okay. It gives rank to each data point within within the partition based on measure value. Okay. See one example, then you will understand. So, uh, let me do in this way. Sir, but your mercy, okay, series is not as good moments. Guys, it's going good. It's doing good. Once check your connectivity. Okay. Let me rename this as percentile. Okay. Let me go to the new sheet. Now, what I will do first, initially, I will take my category fields and drop it in the rows. Okay. I'll also drag and drop my profit here into this value. Okay. If you want to see the rank, click on this drop down, go to the quick table calculations and select rank. Okay. So you're getting the rank. You're getting the rank. Okay. You're getting the rank. Okay. Technology is having the highest sales, highest profit, followed by office supplies and furniture. If I drag and drop my subcategory here, you can see this is the rank. Okay. This is the rank. This is the rank. Let's say I want to find out the rank by each category, means who is first, second, third for technology, who is first, second, third for office supplies, and who is first, second, third for furnitures. So for that, what I will do, I'll go to again to this profit table calculation, and here I will select specify dimension as subcategory. Okay, now let's see. If you see here, now I'm getting the rank by each categories. Okay, for second, third, fourth for technology, first, second, third, fourth, so for office supplies, and first, second, and fourth for furniture. Yeah, this is how you get the ranks. Here, does it make some sense? From now onwards, whatever clickable calculations you see, it might be looking some very confusing, but it's very clear to understand. Let's see. First is year to date. Year to date. Okay. So what is year to date doing? Year to date is going to calculate the cumulative sum of measure from beginning of the year to the current data point. Okay. It is measuring the cumulative sum of measures from the beginning of the year to current data point. Okay. It shows you year to date total for each time period. Okay. It shows you year to date total for each time period. So what it does, write down, it computes the cumulative cumulative sum of measure from beginning of the year up to current data point. Okay, let me correct the spellings. Let me to correct. So what it does, it computes the cumulative sum of measure from the beginning of the year up to current data point. Okay, up to current data point. Let us see one example. So what was this? This was nothing but rank. Okay, let's go to the new sheet, and here we'll try year to date total. Okay, so for this, as you know, since we are taking odd year into the consideration, so we have to take the order date field. Okay, we'll take order date field to the rows. Then we'll also see expand this to quarters. Okay, after that, we'll take the sales field and we'll drop it into this specific tables. Okay, now let's go to the quick table calculations and select YTD total. Y2D total. Okay, this is your YTD total. Again, take the sales and drop it next to it. This is your sales and this is your sales running total. Okay, running year to date total. This is YTD total. Go to the new sheet. Next one, that is YTD growth. Y2D growth. Okay, year to date growth. So as you see, if it is talking about growth, basically it is trying to measure the percentage. Okay, so it is computing the year over year growth rate of a specific measure from the beginning of the year up to current data point. Okay, let me write down here so that you can understand. Calculates calculates the percentage, is it percentage change, percentage change in measure from the beginning of the year up to an data point. So in the previously, I was calculating the values, right? Cumulative sum of the values. In here, I'm calculating the percentages. Okay, I'm calculating it in the form of percentages. So we'll see one example for this one also for YTD growth. Let's take I take my order date into this columns. Here I'll take the year. I'll also take order date here, but here I'll select months. Okay, I'll select months. Now I'll take the sales value inside this. So these are year on year sales for all the months. Let's keep this drop down, go to the click table calculation and select YTD growth. YTD growth. So this is the growth for all the months year on year. If you see 27.2% in 2022, then after there was 2% growth in January, then 135% growth. Okay, this is year on year growth, YTD growth. All right, let me rename this YTD growth. This is in form of percentages. No doubt you can do it for a year also, or like whatever you have done here for quarters, you can do. Okay, if you keep this quarters, you get it for quarters. Quarter wise, you are getting it. Okay, it can be done in any way. It depends upon, again, as I said, your requirements. Okay, next is YOY. Next is YOY. Okay, that is nothing but year over year growth. Okay, so here basically you're going to calculate a percentage change in the measure as compared to the same period in the previous year. So this helps you to find trends and performance over the time. Okay, so let me write down in more simple words. So here it's a percentage change in measure compared to the same period previous year. Okay. Let's see a small example for this one also. Let me take order date. Okay. Order date to the row shelf. I'll expand it to the months. Okay. Let me remove these quarters. So we have year and month. Okay. Now, we'll do one thing. We'll take sales again to this particular field and we'll go to the quick table calculations. And here you have year over year growth rate. Okay. So to remove this, this also shows you year over year growth rate. Okay. This also shows you year over year growth rate. Okay. So you can just expand it and see the year over year growth rate for with respect to the previous period of year. Let me rename this year over year. Okay. So basically this has to be compared from the previous year. Okay. So with respect to quarter one in 2021, and if you see in 2022, the sales has been reduced, okay, by 7%. Similarly, uh, this was 89,285 in quarter two, and if you see quarter two 2022, it has reduced by 0.005 percentages. Like this, you have to read it out. Clear? I'll share the notes link, guys. Please wait. I'll share you the notes link. Just give me a second. I'll wait. Okay. And the last is nothing but CAGR. CAGR. I think everybody have heard this term before also. This stands for compound growth rate. Okay. So it is a kind of a financial metric that is used to measure annual growth rate of any business activity over a specified period of time. Let me write down here. It measures annual growth rate over specified periods of time. So for this, we have a very simple example. Let's go here. This is the last one, guys. Okay, this is the last one. This okay. What I have opened on the dashboard. We'll take order date year. Okay, we'll take the quarters also. After that, we'll take the profit field here. Now we'll go to this drop down fixable calculation. Here we have compound growth rate. Okay, compound growth rate. So this is the compound growth rate values. Let's take profit first, and this you got your CAGR. This is calculated through a formula. You can check the formula in the internet. Let me rename this as CAGR. Clear? So these are your 11 suitable calculations. Am I clear to you guys? Yes or no? Uh, Generally, Nivedita, just give me some time. I will upload in the Google Drive. I'll share you complete Google Drive link only. Okay. So these are your quick table calculations. Let me save this file of calculations. Calculations. Okay. I hope this is clear. I also wanted to show you one more thing. So I think all of us have seen this analytics pane, right? In analytics pane, you can see there are a list of different components, constant line, average line, median with quartiles. We will discuss this thing now. Let's discuss this part now. Okay. So have you ever tried to create any kind of this kind of things, constant line, average line before? or no? We have used somewhere, right? If you remember, we have tried to use one option, trend line, in one of the visualizations. That was a scatter plot. If you remember, we have tried to use the trend line in scatter plot. Yes or no? Tell me. Have we not used trend line in scatter plot, guys? You guys are silent now. You guys are silent. Hey guys, okay, Satyam Shriram. See, Satyam Shriram, for CAGR, we have taken year in the rows and we have expanded it to get the quarters. After that, we have taken profit to the labels and we have selected compound annual growth rate. Okay. CAGR formula is something you can check this formula of CAGR formula in the net. It is taking a base value and based on that, it is calculating the annual growth rate. Okay. Ending value by beginning value to the power of 1 by number of years minus 1. So with this formula, you are getting this thing. So that is a shortcut to calculate these values. Okay, so that is why we call it as a quick table calculations. Okay, guys, should we take a break and then continue, or shall we continue and explain? Tell me, shall we take a 5 or 7 minutes break, or shall we continue? Okay, let's take a break. Then we'll continue. Okay, let's take a break. Thanks. Okay, guys, welcome back after the break. So let's talk about the next topic, that is uh, analytics field. Okay, I hope you all are back, correct? Okay. So what is analytics pen, guys? Basically, Tableau offers you wide range of built-in analytics function that you can add to your visualization. Okay. So this function includes your mean, median, standard deviations, and some more calculations like trend lines and forecasting. So like that, there are certain some important functions which are there in analytics. Let's see one by one, all of them. Okay. So we'll start with constant line. Okay. Let's see analytics pane first, constant line. So what do you mean by constant line, guys? See, guys, whenever we have a visual, in that visual, we can create a line with fixed values. Okay. Constant lines are nothing but the lines with fixed values that can be set manually. Okay. So this line that you have created, it is not going to change based on the data that you are viewing it. Okay. So when these kind of lines are useful, so whenever you want to mark any kind of specific values, some kind of targets, so at the time you can make use of those constant lines. Okay. Let's see one small example. Okay. So I'll take the region here to the columns. I'll take profit to the rows. You get this? Okay. You get this? I'll go to analytics. There is a first option called constant line under analytics. I'll hold it and I can drop it on the table. Means the visual. So it is asking me what value of the constant that you want to set. Let's say I want to set a target for my overall profit somewhere around 1 lakh 10 and thousands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the target I will set. Okay, this is the target. Okay, so this is a constant line. If you want to format this constant line, you can click here. There is option called edit. Here in the formatting, you can go with this line, select the color that you want to choose, the thickness. Okay, and that's it. This is your constant line. And the value of the constant line is 1 lakh 10,000. Okay, so constant line is a fixed line. Okay, with some fixed value. Okay, constant line. Next is average line. Next is average line. Let me delete it. Next is average line. So everybody knows like what do you mean by average? Average is nothing but it is going to represent average of a different set of data points. To that context, we have something called average line, which is going to represent average of the data in a given view. Okay. For example, let's say I have category. Okay. I have subcategory. Okay. I have profit. Now, towards this overall profit, I want to find out my average profit. So for that, I can go to analytics. Here, I can select average and I can put it on the tables. You can see this is my average profit. That comes out to be 17,194. Okay. You can format it, line whichever you want to keep, colors, dotted line, dash line that you can see. Okay. You can set. Okay. This is your average line. I hope you are able to follow me. To set average line is set calculated automatically. Muralidhar, Muralidhar, what all values you have inside your data field, it will automatically calculate the average of overall data points. Okay, you do not have to set it. It's computing automatically. Okay. If you want to give the labels, give the computation label here. Okay. Mine is, let's see. This is the total. Average line. Okay. One second. Yes. So if you want to see the value also, you can go to edit. Here, computation custom we have, let's say average is value. You get this average. Okay. Average line. Yeah. Average line. Next is median with quartiles. Median with quartiles. So I think you have already seen box plot. In box plot, we have some quartiles, right? Upper quartile, lower quartile, and the median value, right? So median with quartile will add these objects into your visual. Okay. So this is a kind of a distribution band that will contain your 75 percentile, 50 percentile, and the 25 percentile value. Okay. Let's see small example for it. Uh, then you can clearly follow it. Okay. Very simple picture and very simple example. Let me take uh, order date to the year, or let me do one thing. Let me keep these things simple. Okay. Let me take category only. I'll take category. I'll take sales. Okay. So this is a simple visual you're getting. I want to add median with quartiles here. So you can go to analytics. I'll hold this median with quartiles and I'll drop it on the tables. So you can see here, this line that you can see in the center, this is the median value. Okay. And this line is the upper quartile and this is the lower quartile. Okay. Let me edit it. So these are the quartiles. Label value custom. Let me give the computations. Or else computation only. Line with this thickness and let me keep it some other color. Okay. This color was shaded in gray color, right? You can change the color also from here. You can change the color. Okay. So you can see here we have upper quartile, we have median, we have lower quartile. In this visual, we have three things: lower quartile, upper quartile, and the median. Okay. Per quartile is the uppermost value, 75 percentile value. Then this is 50 percentile value, and this is the 25 percentile value of overall data points. This is your median with quartile. Okay. Median with quartile. This box plot we have already seen. Let's quickly have a quick review also for it. So box plot this gives you a kind of upper whisker, lower whisker, upper quartile, lower quartile, or in maximum in lower values. Okay. So we'll take order date field into the columns. We'll take uh, quantity here, quantity in the rows. Okay. And we'll take subcategory into the details. Okay. Subcategory into the details. Now, okay, the box plot is visible. One second. Let me clean this once again. Uh, how do we do it? Let's see one more time. Let's take order date to the columns, and let's take quantity here, and we'll take subcategories to the details. Okay, let's see this graph. Okay, details. Let's make it into circles. Okay, so we are getting this right. Now, in order to convert these lines into box plot, you can go to analytics. Getting box plot, you can keep it in the cells. So now you'll find this is the above line is your upper whisker. It is at double one triple one eight for 2021. This is your 75 percentile. This is your 25 percentile. This is the lower whisker, and this is the median value. Any data points lying above this upper whisker and below this whisker is an outlier. Okay, this is how you create the box plot. Okay, the box plot. Box plot. Okay. Next is totals. So totals is very simple. Let's say you have categories, then you have subcategories, okay, and then you have sales. Okay. If you want to find out the totals, you can keep the totals and put it on the column grand total. You get the column grand total 23 lakhs 26,534. If you want to find out the subtotal, again hold keep the totals, put it into the subtotals. You get the subtotals for each category. Okay. This is the subtotal for each category. This is your totals. Total. Okay. Okay. Now, tell me, guys, what do you mean by confidence interval? What do you mean by confidence interval? Can somebody tell me if you have gone through stats some time back? What do you mean by confidence interval? What do you mean by confidence interval? Hey, guys, what do you mean by confidence interval? What do you mean by confidence interval? Not see any reply from you guys. What's wrong? Please tell me. What is confidence interval? Yes, kind of range of values. What about others? What about others? Values which be in certain confidence level. That is fine, Satyam. But take it as a challenge, guys. Go back after the session, look into the concept of confidence interval. Okay. Uh, just to provide you an overview, what is confidence interval? Basically, as someone said, it is a range of values that likely contains the population mean. Okay. So it basically indicates that uh, the specific range of value in the specific range of value, an estimate value might fall. Okay, if the study is repeated multiple times. So the confidence in, level that is 95%, it represents the percentage of the time that the true value is expected to fall inside the upper and lower bound. Okay. If suppose we are giving a confidence interval of 95%, it says that uh, this percentage of time is the chances that the true value will fall in the specific range. Okay. The range is called as upper bound and the lower bound. Okay. Just to give you an overview, what is confidence interval? More you can just go through it. All right. So there are two things inside the analytics for confidence interval. If you see here, average with 95% confidence interval and median with 95% confidence interval. Okay. Let's take some specific fields and see. I have category field. I'll keep it here in the columns. I'll take regions. Let's say I keep subcategory only. Okay. And the next thing is I take the sales value. I take the sales value. All right. Now, for this particular set of parameters, set of values, let's say I want to find out average with 95% confidence interval. You can see that inside this shaded area, I'm expecting this is the average, whereas this above line is the upper bound and this lower line is the lower bound. We said that uh, confidence interval is a range of values. Okay, so in the range of values, we have a upper bound and we have a lower bound. Okay, in between that, we expect the value to be falling. Okay, we expect the value to fall. Okay, that is, this is the average with 95% confidence interval. All right, similar to that, let me duplicate it. Let me remove this one. We have median with 95% confidence interval. So you can see here, if you see for median, this is the upper bound that is 195, 210, 210, and this is the lower bound that is somewhere around 35, 513. And here we have the median, 115, 361. Okay, you can go here and you can format it, that is your choice. But just to make you understand, this is the upper bound and lower bound with average. In this. Yes, Ashrif is correct. It is the range where the values are likely to fall. Okay, it is the range where the values are likely to fall. Okay, then you have this trend line. Then you have this trend line. Trend line we have already seen, guys. What is a trend line? Let's say I go to data. Here I have certain parameters. Okay, let's say what are parameters we can have. We have already seen for sales and profit, right? Sales and profit. These are the data points. Let's keep customer names, customer ID into the details. So you can see there are a lot of data points here. Now, if I keep uh, category into the color, okay, and for this category, if I try to find out the trend line, uh, I hold it and keep it in the linear. You can see, I can see, uh, I'm getting three trend lines. This orange trend line is for your office supplies. This red trend line is for your technology, and blue is for furniture. Okay, instead of customer ID, let me keep product name, the numbers. Okay, so you can see the trend line. This is the trend line, right? Trend line. It basically allows you to showcase the movement of two numerical variables. Okay, how it is moving. Clear? Able to follow? Yes, no, please tell me. Trend lines. How the data points are falling. Similarly, you can try for this category also. Okay, let me hide it. Uh, category only three fields. Details. Fasteners. There are other data points. Okay. It's numbered like this. This is a trend line. This is a trend line. If I keep category into the colors and then go for the trend line, okay, first of all, I have to see it right. Sales and profit. Let me clean this into costing. Profit and sales, profit. Let me keep subcategories to the details. Okay. Now let's see the trend line. This is the trend line. I hope you're able to follow me. So you can compare the numerical values and you can understand the trend line from there. Okay. Second. Okay, this is like this. And you can see the trend line for all the categories now. Okay. This is your trend line. Next thing is forecast. This is forecast. See guys, forecasting basically allows you to see the forecast of any specific value over a period of time. Okay. Let's say I have sales for certain period of time. Okay. I have a history of sales for certain period of time. Based on that data, Tableau will predict a forecast. Okay. Let's say I take my order date here. Okay. And inside this, I select the continuous month. So I will take my sales here. So I'll get a line chart here. You can see I'm getting a line chart here. Okay. Now for this specific graph, I want to see the forecast. Okay. I want to see the forecast. So for that, I'll go to analytics. I'll go to forecast and I'll drop it on the forecast option. You can see it is forecasting me for the next year. This is a forecast for next year. You can see it is blue shades, right? With blue shades, you can see this line. This is the forecast for the next 1 year. Okay. This is for December, then January, then February, then March, April, May, June, July, August, like this. For next 1 year, this is the forecast. Okay. For next 1 year, this is the forecast. Okay. I'll rename this sheet forecast. Next, next is nothing but clusters. Clusters. I'll take profit here. Cluster is basically forming groups. Cluster is forming groups. Let's say I take profit here. I take sales here. Okay. For that, let's say I take all the customer names here. Customer names here. Google details. Okay. You can see there are different set of customers here. Okay. All right. Now for this cluster, for these customers, let's say I want to find out. I want to create a cluster. Let's select cluster. Drop it on clusters. Now, how many clusters you want? By default, it is creating 2 clusters. Okay. Let's say I want to create 4 clusters and hit enter. Now you'll be able to see 4 clusters, 4 groups. Okay. Maybe on some other criteria that you can check here in the detail option. You can right click on the cluster, go to describe cluster. You can see the detailed information. Number of items present in the first cluster, number of items present in second cluster, third cluster, fourth cluster. What is the profit? What is the sales? Like that. Okay. So based on some sum of squares and forming in the group, it has formed the clusters. Okay. Aditya, for forecast, you can simply create a month related visualization for sales or profit. And based on that, you can take the forecast and you can drop it in the forecast bar. Okay, you get the forecast for next couple of years. In the forecast options, you can see it will automatically showing me the result for next 13 months. If you want to increase it, you can increase it from these options. Okay. Go to the new one. Let me rename this as cluster. Okay. Next thing, I think so. Reference line is already seen. These are all almost similar to each other. Okay. I'll talk about the reference line. Reference line we have already seen before also. So reference line are used to show some kind of uh, dynamic value. Okay. So that you can compare it with respect to other parameters. Okay. We have seen one example in the last session, right? Reference line to see the product launch, right? Product launch example you have seen that yesterday, right? That kind of example we can create. Okay. For now, let me do one thing. I'll take subcategories. I'll drop it on the columns. I'll take sales and I'll drop it on the rows. Okay. Let's say I create a reference line here and I'll drop it into the table. Now, once I drop it on the table, it is showing me multiple options. Okay. You want to showcase the average, you want to showcase the constant, minimum, maximum, anything. Or else, if you remember, we have created a parameter also yesterday, right? We have created a parameter. Yes or no? Let's say, let me close this. I go to data here. Let me create one calculation here. Sales 2022. If uh, year of order date is equal to 2022, then sales. Okay. And we click on apply. Okay. Let me also keep your order date here in the rows. Order date. The subcategory. My decision. This kind of graphs. That's not it. Mm, Why it is not coming? Okay. Let's go to the reference line tables. Here, uh, let's go to for pane option. Ourselves. Basic option is not coming here. We created it now. Okay. I think we have not created it. Seems to be this. Sign. Just give me a second. Let me try it 1 second. Mm, So then let's keep it simple on. If I go in this way, it might get confused. Category, then sales. Okay. So by default, it is showing me uh, the reference line. You can go to once again reference line per table. You per table. Let's see. Whatever average you have set, constant 8542. In this one. Let's see quality. Change of sales. Okay. Okay. Now, if I want to create a reference line, I can go to the pane. I can specify here sales. There is the reference line one. Just a second. I'll show you yesterday's example on this. That will be better. Okay. For that, is that and sales. Where is my graph con in this window? Category and sales. Here also we can directly pass one reference line here to the tables. Okay, and we can set it in the form of a constant. Okay, we can set it in the form of a constant with some value. Let's say I pass it as 80,000. Okay, and we give it as some dotted lines with green color and we make it 54% visible. Just the case. Okay, so this is also one way to create a reference line so that we can keep consider this as a marker, and based on that we can observe the other values. Okay, one more method I have shown you in the yesterday's session using the parameters, right? You can go with that option also. You can go with this reference line table, and here you have this parameter option. You can create a parameters, and based on that you can go with it. Okay, reference parameter list or range of values you want to display, like that. If suppose you have order date field, then it will be better. Okay, better if we can see through the dates field. Okay, we go with another option. Uh, so likewise, order date or detail. Let's expand it and let's see the sales. Okay, let's keep the sales, and then we can go to index reference band. We can keep it in the pane. Okay, and here we can set the minimum value and upper value. Okay, in the reference band we can set the minimum value and upper value. Okay, you can set this constant value. Is that so? Here from the reference band, we can understand this is your minimum, maximum, minimum and maximum value. Even you can go to analytics and reference band settings. You can check it. You can edit it and you can set the values to it. Okay. Uh, let's sum of sales. This is the minimum value and maximum value. Okay. You can change this to other values also. Okay. You can set some constant values. Let's say this is your floor value. Let's keep it outside. And this again this constant to be as let's keep it as okay. So basically, with the help of reference band, I'm trying to mark some value and see those points within that band. Okay, within that band. After that, we have one more thing called distribution band. Distribution band. This also can we can also show sales distribution. This is basically with the help of standard deviations. Okay, this we can see. Please wait, guys. Do not be in a hurry. We can see those things later. Okay. Let's take subcategory here and let's take sales value field here. Okay. After that, we'll go to analytics, distribution band, and we'll drop it on the tables. Okay. Now you can see it is asking me to set the values. Okay. You can set standard deviation. Okay. That is +1 and -1. Let's keep it for now. There are three more options: percentages, percentiles, and quantiles. And let's keep standard deviations. Let's change the color. Okay. You want to see the lines. You can set the lines. Okay. And computation label, you want to see customs. Uh, let's see the values. You can see this is the standard deviation 240.521, and this is the value. Okay. I think so. This is not the standard deviation since it's showing the value. Let's move the value. Okay. Computation is fine. Tooltip, custom, custom. What else you want to see? Case value. Uh, on holding the mouse, you can get the value. Now, if you see, if I hover my mouse, I can get the value. Okay, this is the standard deviation point. Okay. So there are distribution reference band similar to each other, but giving you different things. Okay. In the reference line, we are getting a single line. Basically, in reference band, we are getting a range of maximum value, minimum value, and we are shading the areas to uh, refer some data points. Okay. Similarly, we have distribution bands where we, with the help of percentile, percentage, or standard deviation, we can do this marking. Okay. So this is your analytics pane. Usually, you will using these options and only the reference line. Okay, most probably whatever options you can see which are enabled right now, you'll be going with that options only. Constant line, average lines, totals, clusters, reference line, trend line, and forecast. Rest is very optional. You might rarely using it. Okay, so this is all about your table calculations and analytics pane. Okay, let me close it. Okay, close it and one more thing. I wanted to show you how to create KPIs also. Let me open my original file of Tableau. There is that. Uh, Everything. Visualizations. Please get open, guys. Uh, I have to open my Tableau desktop public edition. Just a second. So I'll open this visualizations. Okay. So if you remember, guys, we have seen this many visualizations so far, right? I also wanted to show you one more visual that is a lollipop chart. Okay, lollipop chart. To create a lollipop chart, it is a combination of a bar chart and a circle. Okay. So first, uh, take revenue here. Okay, and let's take region-wise revenue. Okay, we'll take region and revenue. Okay. Now to convert this bar chart into a kind of a lollipop chart, I'll create a duplicate of revenue. So I'll hold my control key and create a revenue, one more revenue next to it. Okay. Now I can see we are getting two graphs. Okay. If you see here, we are getting two graphs together. Okay. Now I'll try to make, if you see, since we have two revenues here, two revenue fields here, same two categories we also have in the mark section. Okay, sum of revenue and sum of revenue too. First sum of revenue is dedicated to this particular one, and second sum of revenue is for this one. Okay. Now, what I will do, I'll make, I'll try to convert the bottom revenue in the form of a circle. Okay, let me convert it to the circle. Okay. I've converted the bottom revenue into a circle. Let me change the circle color to red color. Okay. And next, I will clicking on this drop down of revenue and I'll select dual axis. Okay. If you see, both of them have combined. Okay. Both of them have been combined. So again, I will go to the first set of revenue and here I will select it as a bar chart. Okay. Let me go with entire view, bar chart. Now for this specific bars, let me go and reduce the thickness. Okay. To this level. Okay. I will go to the second revenue and increase the size of the circle. Okay. So now this is more over looking like a lollipop. Yes, no, this is kind of a lollipop, right? Let's add the labels also here. So I'll take the revenue, I'll keep it on the labels. Okay, this is outside for now. Let's go to table uh, alignment. Let's keep it in the somewhere center. Okay, but still this is showing me in the form of complete numbers. So what I will do, I'll click on this, right click on this revenue, formatting, numbers, number custom, display unit, make it millions. Okay. And again, go to the table labels, font, and make it them bold. Okay. Increase the size to 12. This is your lollipop chart. This is your lollipop chart. If you want to make the colors uh, black border, you can make it. Here also, if you want to make the border black, you can make it. Okay. This is your lollipop chart. Okay. Clear? All right, guys. So I think that's all for today from my side. I will stop today. I believe this much information is clear to all the participants. Okay. Rest you can just we can modify this visual guys, whatever we want. Okay, this is a lollipop chart, by the way. Yes, Nivedita, notes in. So in analytics, we have what we else we have seen? We have seen average, we have seen total, we have seen cluster, uh, forecast, trend line, reference line. Okay, and many more things. So I think guys, this notes already you have it. Still, if you are looking for it, I'm sharing with you. Okay, please check the notes. Sir, please explain lollipop chart. See, guys, to create a lollipop chart, what I have done, I wanted to create a lollipop chart to understand region-wise revenue. Okay, region-wise revenue. So I've taken the region field to the columns. I have taken my revenue to the rows. Okay, so I got this bar charts. Now to convert this bar charts to lollipop chart. Okay, understand that guys, this lollipop is developed or built by combining two visuals, one the circle and one the bar chart. Okay, so for that I have to take a copy of revenue next to it. Okay, I'll hold the revenue and attach it next to it. Okay, next thing I'll convert this bubble, this revenue, this bars into bubbles. Okay, I'll go with the second sum of revenue. I make this automatic two circles. Okay, I change the color for the circles. Let's say I keep it orange. Okay. Now I will go to the revenue. I'll select dual axis. Okay. By default, it has converted the first visual also into a circle. I'll go to the sum of revenue for the first visual. In this automatic, I will select bar. Okay. I'll go to the entire view. I'll reduce the size of this bar. Okay. From here, like this. And I'll increase the size of the circle. So I'll go to the second sum of revenue. Size increased. That is a lollipop chart. Anybody else with any other queries? See, guys, for on non-tech queries, please drop an email on teamsip@the rate smartreach.com. You have this email on your group also. The way to get team ID in project data set, sir, this you can choose team ID person or Kagita Munnasari, please wait. We will be notifying you very shortly in the group. Gagan Srinivas, if you have got the team IDs for group, if you are aware about the team members, please wait for my instructions. I'll inform you. Kotapalli Sharmila, I have informed you guys multiple times that you need to submit your assignments along with your projects. Okay. Gagan Srinivas Dadi, where you want to register? This kind of issues, if you make Kalla Jai Prakash, it will take some time, right, for us to resolve. Please wait. Okay. You can do one thing, you can submit it with your, let me check what we can do for you. Indra Sena, is this your first session? This is your first session. First, we have already discussed about the company also in the first session. Please go and check the recording. Please check the recording. Guys, please wait. Still, I have not got any confirmation regarding the team formation. Still, it is in process. Once I get a clarity, I'll inform you. Lakshmi Mansa, I think you need some detailed information. What is that? Guys, I'm telling you, please wait for my instructions. I'll let you know regarding the team formations in some time. Okay, please wait. Sheikh Abid, you need to go and check the recordings for the templates. Okay, you have to check the recordings. Hi, Sina Mareddy, please submit the assignment along with your projects. Okay. Varun Srinivas, if you have got an email, please check with your Spock once. Because such kind of message I have not received. Once connect with your Spock. Nila Hemant Kumar, I got you. Please wait. Let me check with my team. Somebody Pavan Kalyan, do not be in a hurry. I will be informing you how to submit all the things. Please wait for my further instructions. Okay? Regarding the assignment submissions, please wait. All of you have to submit individually the assignments. Lori Lakshmi Mansa, please check the notes in that the YouTube playlist is there. Okay? Medhari Lekhya, please wait regarding the submission. I'll update you. Okay? You all have to submit all the phases that you are discussing since last knowledge sessions. Okay? Along with that, you also have to submit the assignments. Okay, Sheikh Abid, I will check with my team. Okay, guys. So we'll wind up now. We'll meet you tomorrow again with the next topic. Okay? Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Good day. Take care.